Yes, it's that time of year again. Top 10 best movies of 2016. Feels like yesterday when I did my top 10 best movies of 2015, but here we are. It's 2016. I'm prepared to give you my list. I'm all ready. Now, you're going to be pissed off with lots of my choices, but it's my list. There's no right or wrong. So, yeah, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Please, it's my opinion. But my honourable mentions are Joy, The Greasy Strangler, Anomalisa, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, and Yoga Hoses. Those are my honourable mentions. Now let's get right into my list. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. My number 10 is a horror movie that came out in September. I'm going to get a lot of people angry for what I'm about to say. My number 10 is Blair Witch. Oh my god, it gets 5.2 on IMDb. I don't know why. It should have gotten it should have gotten like a 7.7. Like seriously, I thought it was great. I thought it was really a really fun horror movie. Like lots of intensity. I just loved it. But seriously, if you haven't seen it and you love horror, then definitely watch it. It's the best found footage movie I've ever seen. So yeah, definitely watch Blair Witch if you're a big horror person, and if you haven't seen Blair Witch. It is the sequel to the Blair Witch Project, which I have not seen. I have to watch it. I have to watch the Blair Witch Project because I have not seen it yet. But from what I know, it's going to be great because I loved the new one. The new Blair Witch, which is my number 10, loved it. And like I said, oh my god, I can already feel the anger. I can feel the anger coming from you guys. I'm sorry, but just remember it's my opinion. It's my opinion. So, yeah. My number 9 is another horror movie that came out in September, and that is Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe was a really fun movie, and I'll tell you why. If you're claustrophobic, this movie will haunt you. Personally, I am not claustrophobic, but you know what? This still is kind of like, just imagining you stuck in that house with this, killer, you could say. It would be so creepy and stressful, obviously. It'd be so stressful. I'd be so scared. What they did with this concept was great. So yeah, it was actually a really smart plot. I loved it. I love, Stephen Lang. Please make him Cable. Please make him Cable. But you know what? I don't. Yeah, just Stephen Lang did a great job, and the jump scares actually worked. The jump scares were actually creepy, which was great. My number 8 is a movie that I feel like I need to watch again. It's another movie that came out in September. So lots of September was a good month for movies, and that is The Magnificent Seven. Like I said, I feel like I need to watch it again, but I still loved it. Magnificent Seven was great. Chris Pratt did a great job. Denzel Washington was badass. So yeah, lots of character. All the characters were pretty awesome. The villain wasn't the best, but he still did a good job while he was on screen. And I just loved it. I thought it was really fun. Really fun. So, yeah. And visually, it looks amazing. It traces back to just very old westerns, and I love that. But Chris Pratt, come on, man. Chris Pratt is the man. My number 7 is a movie that was going to be in my honourable mentions, but I felt like it needed to be in my list. I just felt like it needed to be in my list, and that movie is The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, and other people. Who plays the villain? I'm pretty sure he's in The Walking Dead. Yeah, the bad guy, he's in The Walking Dead. I forgot his name. But anyway, this movie was great. It has some good action in there, but it's a great drama. It deals with Asperger's really well, and there's chemistry between Anna Kendrick and Ben Affleck, who was so good. I can watch them, be on screen together all day. Like, they did a great job together. Like, their chemistry was awesome. But still, I love this movie. Ben Affleck did a great job. I love the flashbacks between, his father and him, when he was a kid, and like I love it when like he's pointing the gun to J.K. Simmons' head. It was really it was a really touching scene when Ben Affleck is going to kill J.K. Simmons, but lets him live after he asks him a few questions, which I won't spoil. But it was a really fun movie, but a really touching movie. And I love the ending. The ending was really good. Lots of people were pissed off with the ending, but I actually liked it. I actually really liked it. So yeah, my number 7 is The Accountant. Number 6 is a movie that I thought was really fun. This movie was so fun. It was funny. It was a complete different take on superhero movies. Deadpool. Deadpool was fantastic. Now, it has some flaws. Every movie has some flaws, but it was incredible. I loved the humor. The villain was good, Ajax or Francis, and they really did it well. Like seriously, this movie has changed the superhero universe. It's completely changed it. Ever since Deadpool was released, the superhero movies aren't afraid to be R anymore, or MA 15+. They're not afraid to do that anymore, and that's because of Deadpool. And Ryan Reynolds is a great actor. Like he did this. He portrayed this character so well. No one else could play Deadpool except for Ryan Reynolds, and I think we can all agree that this movie is better than Green Lantern. Yeah, unless you're like a DC fanboy, then you might think Green Lantern's better, but for us actual people, Deadpool was better. I'm sorry people who like Green Lantern. I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating you or anything. I'm not agreeing with you. But anyway, let's stay away from Green Lantern. My number 5 is Swiss Army Man. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, love Swiss Army Man. It turned farts and masturbating and burps and all that shit into something meaningful. When you watch Swiss Army Man, you will never see or hear farts the same way. Seriously, it was it was an emotional ride. It was a journey. It was a huge journey. Like, I don't know, it just was so good. And the acting is incredible. I love Paul Dano. I love Daniel Radcliffe. And the ending was so good. The ending was really touching. So I love Swiss Army Man. And yeah, I just thought it was a great touching, but it was a great touching movie. But, it was a huge ride. It was a real ride in cinema. My number 4 is a movie that everyone thought sucked. I loved it. I thought it was a really but really interesting, really intriguing film that I had a great time with, and that is The Girl on the Train. The Girl on the Train wasn't exactly what the trailer suggested. Wasn't exactly what the trailer suggested, but it was still a fantastic movie. I love Girl on the Train. Emily Blunt did a fantastic job. Emily Blunt is a great actor. Megan, the girl who plays Megan, she's also in The Magnificent Seven. She did a great job as well. And the twist at the end is great. Just the ending is great in general. There are a few flaws in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. There are a few flaws. But I still thought The Girl on the Train was great. Great performances, just a great movie, man. I don't know why people thought it sucked. I loved it. Now we are getting into the top 3. These 3 movies were being shifted around so much, but I finally came to my conclusion. My number 3 is a movie The Conjuring 2. I'm just going to tell you. Just like Don't Breathe, the jump scares actually worked. They were actually creepy. And I loved that. But the movie itself was actually great. I loved the movie. I saw it 3 times, once in cinemas, 2 times on DVD. But I thought it was great. I thought it was a fantastic horror movie. It is by far the best horror movie of 2016. I love The Conjuring 2. It has a great intense feel to it, but obviously it traces back to old horror movies like The Exorcist. I loved it. It It was great, and I can't wait to watch it again. Now, my number 2. I haven't reviewed this movie yet, but I'm going to review it right now for you guys in a little bit of a quick analysis. There we go. Nocturnal Animals is my number 2. Now, I haven't reviewed this movie yet. I loved it, though. I thought it was a great story to tell. It was a story inside a story, which I actually didn't know going into it. And Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job. Amy Adams did a great job. But Aaron Taylor Johnson was fantastic. He should get nominated for an Oscar. He should get nominated. I hope he gets nominated for an Oscar. And I hope he also wins, because Aaron Taylor Johnson is fantastic in this movie. He got nominated for a Golden Globe. I hope he wins. Jeez, he was great. But this movie was fantastic. I love this. It was so interesting. It was so intriguing. Nocturnal Animals was fantastic. I wish I saw it earlier, so I had a bigger chance of seeing it again, because I only saw it like a week ago. So yeah, but still, I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray, because I can watch this movie all day. Now, my number 1. You're going to be really pissed with me, because not many people are seeing this movie. Not many people like this movie, if they have seen it. It gets a 7.2. Well, people like it, they just don't love it like I do. But ever since it came out on Blu-ray, people are really starting to love it for some reason. And that is War Dogs. War Dogs is my favourite movie of 2016. Bang. War Dogs was fantastic. Loved War Dogs. Oh, so good. Jonah Hill better get nominated for an Oscar. Jonah Hill was fantastic. I'm pretty sure he got nominated for a Golden Globe. Seriously. I don't know who's better, Aaron Taylor Johnson or Jonah Hill. Seriously, they're like going at each other. They're going at each other. Like, one of them has to win an Oscar. Come on, man. Come on. Jonah Hill does a great job in this movie. Miles Teller does a great job in this movie. This movie is just a great film. Like, the whole setup was great. People thought it was a sloppy movie with a bunch of pacing errors. I didn't think it had pacing errors. I thought it was just great. I thought it was a fantastic ride, just like Swiss Army Man. It was just a big journey, and it had a Scorsese feel. It had like a Martin Scorsese feel to it for some reason, in my opinion. It felt like a Scorsese movie, but in a good way. It didn't feel like a rip-off. It felt like an actual, like, a Scorsese movie. Like, seriously, it was so good. And like, when they're going through the desert, that was my favourite scene. When, like, Fortunate Son starts playing, you know, when they're in the desert, and like Miles Teller's on the phone with his wife-to-be, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm at breakfast, you know." I said that with, you know, whatever his name is, Jonah Hill's character, and he looks in the mirror and he sees a bunch of, like, terrorists coming his way, or whatever they were, and like under in the window, you know, that the car mirror. He looks through the mirror and it says, you know, "Oh yeah, things may appear." Things that I don't fucking know. But it was just a freaking good time. I can't wait to watch it again. War Dogs is my favourite movie of 2016. Sorry, that got a bit complicated. It was like, but that was my top 10 best movies of 2016. I love those movies. They were great. Oh, I'm so tired after doing that. I don't know why. I did this video like 10 times. Hopefully, oh god, hopefully you like it, because fucking hell. Took me like 5 hours to do this list. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.